text writing, quote, "I was exploring an abandoned nursing home. In the first video, I was just trying to be creepy and post it to TikTok before I realized I actually got something. The second video, I returned with a friend of mine because I wanted to have someone there to share the proof. We weren't prepared to handle what was going to happen." End quote. So now, with all that context out of the way, let's take a look and see what Eon was able to record that day. As Eon walks down the dark and deserted corridor of the abandoned nursing home, a figure appears at the end of the corridor. Whether it's a threat or not is anybody's guess. In the second video that Eon took while in the nursing home, he's walking around the building with his friend, trying to film proof of paranormal activity within the area, and sure enough, he gets exactly what he wished for. Have a listen.
Whatever it is, I can tell.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Hey, let's go.
Alright.
I know I saw something, and I know I'm not fucking crazy.
An extremely chilling, demon-like scream can be heard coming from somewhere within the building. But obviously, as soon as the two friends hear this, they try their best to run as fast as they can away from the area to make it out of there alive. Thankfully, they do, but it still doesn't make this piece of footage any less terrifying. What was making that guttural scream? And what was that figure in the first video? These are questions located in New York. During the video, we can't see much due to the grainy nature of the video's quality, but once a few seconds passes by, something chilling occurs on screen. Take a look and see if you can spot it. If you missed it, look to the left of the screen. There appears to be some sort of ghostly apparition moving around for a few seconds, but it is enough to scare whoever watched the tape back afterwards. Sure, it could have been a person working there extremely late at night, but it could also be something much creepier than that. Still to this day, no explanation for this video. The uploader roaming around a dark and eerie room. Other than its atmosphere though, it doesn't appear to be anything too extreme. However, something happens shortly after that freaks the uploader out. In the second video, she explains that she was in the room earlier, saying that the lights aren't working at the moment, which is why it's so dark inside. She also shows a small pumpkin-shaped object and says it fell to the floor beforehand. However, while filming, something incredibly strange captures her full attention, leaving her totally speechless.
This is the dry room where we keep the food and stuff, and like the carts have like fudge on them or whatever. I don't know why that thing fell earlier. I'm really...
Unfortunately for the uploader, it seems as though the terror also follows her home, considering the events of the video that you are about to watch. At the start of the video, she says that she has been hearing tapping noises coming from somewhere inside her house. She then proceeds to walk into the living room, where she asks her family if they have been making the strange noises, at which point they tell her that they thought she was the one making the noises. She then walks into the bathroom and discovers that it seems to be coming from the shower.
Are you guys tapping on something out here?
No, I thought that was you. Oh, yeah.
Wait, shh, shh, shh. Where is it? The shower?
What the hell?
The fourth and final video shows the TikToker sitting on the stairs talking to the spirit that may or may not be living in her house. Quote, "So since you like to slam doors in this house, do you think you could do it now?" Unquote, she asks. A couple of seconds go by with complete silence, and then...
Do you think you could do it now?
No way.
One thing that's evident from watching this uploader's videos is that she's definitely living with some sort of strange spirit, but this bed, perhaps relaxing or taking a nap, quickly turns into something hair-raising and chilling. Take a look at this.
Hicimos grabar ahorita porque se está escuchando algo en el closet. Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Quieres algo? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No inventes, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Se abrió. Espérate, cálmate. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Te podemos ayudar? ¿Necesitas algo? Dinos. ¡Se asomó alguien! Alúzame. Espera. Espérate, alúzame. No hay nada, mira, no hay nada.
At first, it seems as though a strange clicking or tapping sound is coming from inside the closet, which is definitely something that you would be concerned over. However, if that wasn't creepy enough, the closet door opening all by itself in the middle of your room would scare you silly. And the creepy figure inside the closet is terrifying enough to want any sane person to move out of their house immediately. We can only hope that Luan and his loved ones are safe and have gotten answers after this video was published. After all, your home is said to be the safest place. On May 3rd, 2015, a YouTuber named Phil Cock published a video to his YouTube channel where he ventures out to an abandoned haunted house at an undisclosed location to have a look inside and documents the process for subscribers to watch and enjoy. Before Phil enters the building, he does look genuinely worried and a little bit anxious, which is interesting to note considering he does these kinds of videos on a frequent basis. Nevertheless, he musters up the courage and bravery to go inside. Once he enters, he reaches a staircase and asks if there's anybody inside. He probably wasn't expecting this to happen.
Hello? Anybody in here? Anybody in here?
As creepy as that strange voice calling out hello to Phil was, that was definitely not the scariest thing that happened to him during this particular day. He goes outside and enters the house through another entryway, which is when he points his camera at what appears to be the inside of the living room. It doesn't take long at all for something truly creepy to happen to Phil.
Anybody in here? Hello? Anybody at home? Anybody? Shit!
After this happens, Phil makes a speedy exit from the area, which is definitely understandable. Despite the fact that he uploads plenty of content related to the paranormal and abandoned building explorations, it doesn't seem as though he has ever revisited a terrifying area that showcases just how brave and also dangerous he likes to live. He enters an abandoned house that is located in the area, And it doesn't take long at all for him to start experiencing just how eerie this particular house is. At around the 3-minute mark, this can be heard.
어디 계세요?
Not even a full minute later, while looking at a window in a different area of the house, you can see something absolutely horrifying just outside that will surely cause you to lose some sleep tonight.
뭐야? 누구세요? 잠깐만요.
About a minute later, the uploader is checking a room and finds some bed covers that he's about to pull off, just to make sure there's nobody hiding underneath them. Sure enough, this happens.
혼자가 뭐가 이렇게 많아? 잠깐만요.
Thankfully, the uploader then makes it his #1 goal to race outside as fast as he can to get away from the horrors of this house. End quote. The video is almost 13 minutes long, and the music can be heard throughout, but not once do they locate the source of the sound.
You're the drummer? Do you see anything? I've been hearing it for 5 minutes and I don't see anything. I mean, we wouldn't be the first ones who've heard drums here when there's been no people here. But it's hard for me to believe I'm actually hearing it.
Was someone sitting in the dark playing music, or was it the ghost of the Battle of Gettysburg? If they really are the ghosts of the battle, then they've been roaming this area since 18.
But it would stop like between the letters.
Even when I said, okay, it did RAC, am I okay? Like, thank you. Like, I don't need you to continue on. What? Shut up.
At this point, things are definitely starting to escalate for the group, but nevertheless, they decide to press on and move down to the basement, which proves to be just as creepy, if not creepier, than the upstairs floor. It doesn't take long for them to hear some strange noises once again, as well as notice a bit of bizarre activity coming from the REM pod devices that they set up in the area. Take a look.
You heard that?
Periodical.
What does that mean?
Periodical?
You
That's
heard
a
that?
weird one. Was there something from the room?
It's like a little tap. You heard that? Footsteps upstairs?
I heard it.
REM pod?
And another one?
Just about a minute later, one of the men, Johnny, begins to hear mysterious tapping-like noise coming from the kitchen while using a Ouija board. When he goes to investigate, something truly eerie happens. Thankfully, after this, the paranormies decide to call it a day and end the investigation, not too far off in the distance. Upon closer inspection, they start to realize that they are not the only ones out on the road after all. Take a look.
Right there. There's more? I see you. Can't run away. What the f? That's it right there, huh? What is that? It's so scary. In the middle of nowhere. How weird. How weird is that? Whoa.
Although it can definitely be a bit difficult to see because of how dark it was at the time of the recording, if you look hard enough, you can definitely make out what appears to be some sort of tall, lanky figure roaming around outside, leading Angel to believe that she saw a skinwalker that night. Of course, everything is up to personal interpretation, but the description doesn't seem too far off from what a skinwalker looks like. However, we live in a day and age where it becomes easier to fake videos, so what do you think? Is this genuine footage of a skinwalker roaming around late at night? Or is this just a fake? I'll let you be the judge.